To there, peasants, and welcome to the video. Yes, the video. We are here playing Elder Scrolls Online, and the point of this video is to tell you what I think of this game and why I don't like it. Because in all fairness, I don't like this game. I really don't like this game. There are a number of reasons why I don't like it. It's not that it's quite a difficult one to be honest, because a few people have asked me, Chay, why don't you like this game? I mean, I think I said in a video the other day that I didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, didn't really find it that fun, and all this stuff. So the reason why, I'm just going to basically explain this. Now, I am a member of the North American servers. I joined that one, mainly because Gopher joined it, and he asked me to join his guild. So I was like, oh, did he ask me to join his guild? No, I asked him, I can't remember, but I joined his guild nonetheless. But, because I didn't really know anyone who played this game. Now, I've been quite a heavy MMO player in my time. I played a lot of World of Warcraft back in the day, a few years back. I played it last year with the whole Mists of Pandaria stuff, which I enjoyed. So yeah, I'm not like an idiot when it comes to MMO games. I've played the biggest one, and I've, all this stuff. I've played a number of different ones in my time as well. Obviously, I played this. I played DC Universe, all those sorts of ones, with a bit of Star Wars and all this stuff. But they all have the same problem, in my opinion, is they don't get it. They just don't seem to understand the ways in which you make a MMO good. You make it fun. You have to. It's not about the graphics, really. It's not about the way, the voiceovers and all this stuff. Now, I didn't want to sit here and compare it to World of Warcraft, but ultimately I have to compare it to World of Warcraft because that is the biggest MMO. It's the biggest and it's the best, and everyone knows, in regards to whether you like it or not, it is really. It's the one that's lasted the longest, it's the one that's kept the most subscribers to it for a long time. It hasn't yet gone free to play, and I can almost guarantee that this is probably going to go free to play. Every other MMO has done it thus since. Anything which is not World of Warcraft basically ends up going free to play at some way, shape or form. Their model ends up flipping over. You have this crappy service you can pay for, or you can have the crappy service which you don't pay for. So I think it's going to end up as one of these. And the thing is which that Bethesda did, or ZeniMax, whatever they did, they got it right in some sense, in which that it looks like a very good game, and they did a really good job with the voiceovers. They did a really good job with a lot of the mechanics in the game, and the whole first-person play style. I can't believe I actually get this. Look at that, I'm actually on 0, but they did well with that. But ultimately, everything else, not so much. I mean, I play this game. It's not a game that makes me want to play it for any longer than an hour, if that. I sit here and I play it for an hour, and I think to myself, okay, I'm bored now. I'm gonna log off. Whereas World of Warcraft, I'd play it for 4 or 5 hours and only log off because I'd been playing it for 4 or 5 hours and not realised. I think to myself, okay, I'm not bored, but I really need to take a break. So that was the only reasons I ever stopped playing World of Warcraft, was generally because I needed to have a break from it, because I've been playing it too long. And that's the sort of thing that a game, in my opinion, for a game that's supposed to last a long time, is aiming for. It's sort of either you're the people you're aiming at, the people you're playing it, play it for way too long, and that's a good thing in the eyes of the of the people who make it, but not so good if the person has to turn it off because they're bored. That's not what you're after in an MMO. An MMO is supposed to be one that keeps you playing it, and you don't want to be spending £9 a month. It's £8.99 here in the UK. You don't want to be spending £9 a month on a game which you're not enjoying. And in all fairness, that is what for me. And I bought the game. Did I buy it on? No, I didn't buy a release date. I bought it maybe a few days after release date. I played the beta. I enjoyed the beta. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed it, and then it came on to the actual release of the game, and I realised how little it had changed, and how, I mean, it might have changed a lot. I played the beta quite a while ago, and I obviously didn't play it since then. It was a good chunk of time between me playing the beta and it being released. It was a good few months, I'd say, but it ultimately didn't change very much for me, and the opening changed a bit, but the whole actual, I don't know, the whole game mechanics and all this didn't really change. And like I said, if I compare it to World of Warcraft, the whole... It's just boring. It's just so dull. I mean, yeah, fantastic. You've voiced practically every character, but by them doing that, they're almost trying to force you to listen to the voices, because you end up just skipping through them because you can't be bothered to listen to the woman blabber on about how her mother has become evil, you need to go and kill her. or something like that. I mean, that's like one of the quests which I do in this. You might not even see it. I'm literally just talking over a clip. I might skip through them. I don't really know, but ultimately, it's a dull as hell game. I cannot play this game for any more than an hour before I get ultimately incredibly bored and realise that I'm doing the same stuff over and over again. Yes, that is exactly the same with every other MMO. You essentially do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Same with World of Warcraft, same with Star Wars, same with anything. My problem with Star Wars is that once you've got your lightsaber, there's very little point in playing it anymore, because, hey, I got my lightsaber, now what? It's like that for me. Whereas this... I like Elder Scrolls. I think they're brilliant games, but in my opinion, they should have just not made an MMO and just should have just made another Elder Scrolls game. You know, jumping from Oblivion was brilliant. I dabbled in the previous ones like Morrowind and things like that. Dabbled in them, didn't really get them. I was a bit too young when they were around to really understand the whole point of the game. But when I played Oblivion, first time I played it, didn't really get it, didn't enjoy it. Second time I played it, loved it. It was awesome. Skyrim came out, fantastic. Looks great, great game, plays well, you know, and all this. And then this came out, and it was like, why? Why? The second I heard it announced, I thought, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be the downfall of the Elder Scrolls games. They're going to really have to push the hell out of the next one for it to be any good. And it's not. It hasn't reached its potential to what I think it could have done. I get very bored with it very quickly. I know a lot of other people do as well. Go for being the one person I thought was very surprised that like this. You know, I thought he'd like this game, being a huge Elder Scrolls fan. But he doesn't, and I know he doesn't. He's told me he doesn't. You've seen this video. He doesn't like it. He finds it boring as well, which is understandable. I completely agree with him. There is nothing in this game which makes me want to continue it. To be honest, I'm level just under 15 by the end. Basically, I'm nearly level in the end of this video, but I'm nearly level 15, and the opening was pretty good. Don't get me wrong. The opening area was quite fun. The whole story there was wicked, and then you kind of get out, and it's like, oh, and you can't really, if you want to be part of a guild, like. I mean, you can either create your own ones, or you can be part of the Mages Guild and all this stuff, but it's such a massive ordeal to get anywhere. I'm having a cookie. To get any... oh, these cookies are all good. Oh. Basically, if you're in England, these cookies are Asda cookies. If in America, they'll be Walmart cookies. They're awesome. But, oh, sorry. That bit. But no, this game is dull as... I cannot... Oh, I don't know. Things I like about it. The first person view is brilliant. I think that's a really good idea. Works very well. Looks good when you're playing it. It's very much more immersive than something like World of Warcraft in this account. Shush, I'm trying to talk. But it's much more immersive in this account. However, everything else, not so much. The blocking's a pretty good idea. But the fact you've only got like 5 spells, when you're a mage you should have an arsenal of spells. You know, you shouldn't be like, right, I need these 5 to be remotely good at anything. You know, like once again, if I compare this to World of Warcraft, as a mage, I was a mage, World of Warcraft, heavily a mage. I did have a Pandaren monk as well, but my primary character was a mage, and I was a mage from start to finish for me playing that game. And I'm very tempted to resubscribe to it, because playing this has made me want to play a better game. But, I was mage from day one. I didn't have any ults, really. I was pure mage, and I had my entire screen, the entire outside of my screen was covered in spells, which is something which this... I don't know. It just seems that if you were a mage, you'd have a heck of a lot more spells. You wouldn't just focus on one thing. You'd still know them. You'd still be able to cast them, which is kind of annoying. But hey ho, it's just my point of view, and I don't want to deter anyone from playing the game because it is good. It looks good. The whole first-person stuff is pretty good. The visuals are good, but other than that, in my opinion, it's just not a game which makes you want to keep playing it. I really want to keep playing Skyrim. They did very well with Skyrim. It's very immersive, very like, oh my god, what's going on? But ultimately this one isn't, and in my opinion it is the worst Elder Scrolls that has ever been made, and will probably always be the worst Elder Scrolls that ever been made, and it will continue as a black mark on the Elder Scrolls series. I've just said Elder Scrolls four times in the past 10 seconds. Fantastic. But yeah, it's the black mark, it's the unwanted child of the Elder Scrolls series, if you like. And I really hope they do bring out another one, an actual Elder Scrolls game, not some poor excuse on online rubbish, which a lot of companies are trying to do nowadays, but just can't. They're trying to compete with the game which dominates the market, and they do it all the wrong way. If they want to compete with a game, they need to make it work. They need to make it not similar or the same, but they need to take a heck of a lot of pages out of the World of Warcraft book for it to become remotely close to being any better. It is not the World of Warcraft killer. World of Warcraft is still going, and this is not the game which is going to take it off of its pedestal, and I've no idea when a game, if a game, will ever come which will do that. But hey ho, that's just my opinion. A couple of you guys wanted to know my opinion on this game, and there it is. It is the worst, most boring Elder Scrolls game ever made. Fantastic. Awesome. Yay. Anyway guys, that is it for today's video. The word of the video is going to be... cookie. The word of the video is going to be cookie, so make sure you post that down below. If you reach this bit, I know you've made it this far, and I really appreciate it, guys. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and... Tea Time with Chay will return on the 1st, which is not tomorrow, but the day after, which is on... it's on Thursday. I have quite an intriguing announcement for you guys, so I hope you enjoy that as well. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll just see you when I see you. I want to see you when I see you. Doodle fricking ooh. So yeah, that crap. No, but I've not been feeling very recently. I've had a little bit of like a cold or something like that. I've had something. Oh god, they're all after me. Fine.